So we do need to record, and we are. That is excellent. Thank you. Well, good evening, everybody. I wake up with a smile like this. I'm known for my smile. The reason I wake up with a smile like this is I enjoy what I'm doing so much. I enjoy it so much. All of my students feel that energy coming over the microphone. You know, I can see Nico nodding and Sam nodding here. We have the most amazing service. It's beating everybody in the world in what we are doing and how we're doing it. Forex can be seen as something quite dangerous because yes, you know, you can see all the money that can be made, but you always see, unfortunately, most of the time, all the losses that are made and people losing all of their money because that is the way Forex works. But that's not good enough for BizzCareer. We make sure that we do everything in a very safe environment. And just like I was saying earlier, a lot of people lost a lot of money this week. We are up, and you know, we're always up in the markets. We're always doing things extremely safely. So what I want to do is just quickly share my screen with you and go through the presentation, because for those who haven't been on before, this will give you a really good understanding of exactly what BizzCareer does. So welcome to our groundbreaking Forex service. It is groundbreaking because nobody does it like us in the world. We have a world-beating new service for everybody, but it's not something just for the course. You're going to be learning lifelong skills, profit-making skills. The Forex industry is the biggest industry in the world. 5 trillion per day go through the Forex markets. That's how big it is. So you are looking at the biggest industry in the world. If you look at Microsoft, they've just stuck all the flags out to say they're the first $1 trillion company. $1 trillion. We make 5 trillion in a day. We move 5 trillion in the Forex markets every day. That's how big it is. Now, the way that it's been designed is to be very laser targeted to teach you how to succeed. And you're going to learn a lot of new skills, not just to a standard level, to a very high level. But the most important thing is you're going to be guided all of the way to make sure that you are successful. Now, people fail at Forex. Most people do, unfortunately, but they go into the Forex industry to make money. That's the reason they start Forex. But unfortunately out there, there's such poor training. You don't get any trade management. There is no continual guidance. And that's one of the most important features, no continual guidance. People like to sell you something, send you an email, and then you've got to get on with it. The result, and that is why the results are failure. If you look at Forex brokers now, they have to say the percentage of people who've lost their money. I was just looking at something with one of the biggest brokers in the world, and it was 79%. 79% of all people who put money in lost it. Now the amount of people who won is very small because that's the ones that lost it. There's a huge percentage on top of there who just broke even or maybe made a tiny amount. But the people who make a lot are only the top 3 or 5% in the world. Well, why? Because there's loads of companies out there. You see it all over the internet. So why isn't it that people are able to make money consistently from Forex? Well, what's out there don't teach you properly. Most are only in it for themselves, and they only give you one piece of the jigsaw. Just take a look at a broker. They'll provide you with the ability to trade. They don't give you the trading signals. They don't give you the continuous guidance that is needed. A Forex signal provider, they just give you a signal. They always show that they're very profitable, but they never tell you how to trade that signal. You only get one piece of the jigsaw. So therefore, the problem is you don't succeed. And because in the Forex industry, you have the ability, and they show you, you do have the ability to make a lot of money. There's more millionaires in Forex than there is in any other business in the world. But the problem, and the reason then that because the chances of making money and huge money is so prevalent within the markets and people who market, then they can charge you a lot of money. There's nothing unusual for companies to charge you $25,000 for a Forex course. Now, the BizzCareer Service, you don't need any trading knowledge whatsoever, and you're going to get a world-class training program. I've been teaching thousands of people since 2010. I've taken thousands of people through training. I know all the competitors. I know the courses out there, what they do, how they do it. And what I've done is put together the best of everything to make this training program. You get daily webinars. Remember, I said that a lot of people don't succeed because they don't get ongoing guidance. We are live every single day on a daily webinar. As well as teaching you how to fish, which the training program will do, we also give you fish, and an awful lot of fish as well. You get manual trading signals live on your screen every day, and they are very profitable, and I'll show you the results at the end of this webinar. You also get a 50,000 real money company account. The company will provide you money to trade with, to learn to trade with. And you get a chance to join BizzTrade. If you get all the way up the ladder, we will show you and we will take you into the trading team, and then you will be part of the BizzTrade trading team and make significant money because you will be trading an awful lot of funds. Now, the way that BizzCareer was set up was to make money. You're going to learn how the markets work. You're going to know the major players. You're going to understand the risks involved. Members who first started with BizzCareer didn't place trades for weeks. You were taught the basics. You were taught the fundamentals. What the fundamentals are going to put you in great stead to be able to then make profits for the future. You're going to learn how to trade very safely. You're going to understand your trades. When you place that trade, I wouldn't call it a crystal ball, but you will know exactly what the positives and negatives are going to be. It isn't going to be something that suddenly runs away and you lose all your money. We do not teach you like that. That is not the way to trade. You're going to learn incredible trade management. And as well as that, we're going to give you successful strategies. You get an account of money, and all we ask you is the time to do it. And you don't need to spend a lot of time. Now, if we look at those training modules, there's 24 modules. In fact, it's a lot more than that. Now we're already on 28 because as the training's been going on, I've added even more content, and we're nowhere near the end of the course, and we're on module 29 this week. But what it's done is it's designed to take somebody who has no knowledge whatsoever of trading and takes you to a competent trader. The way that it works is each module slowly but surely builds on the previous. There is no rush to learn this. This isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. It's a year's course. You're going to learn it in a way that you will understand it and then be able to build on it to become a competent trader. You'll be able to watch those. We're currently still in the live training session because BizzCareer hasn't been running for so long. It's a number of months now, and we've been very successful since we started, but we're still coming towards the end of that first course. But it doesn't matter. When you join, you have all of those webinars, those training modules recorded live in your members area, and you can start at the beginning and you can slowly but surely work your way through the course at your speed. You can come on with, if you look at the course content, it is incredibly comprehensive. You're going to understand how the markets work. You're going to understand how brokers and accounts work. And most importantly, there's no loads of indicators. If you've done a little bit of Forex or research Forex on the internet, you'll see arrows, indicators telling you what to do. Well, indicators tell you what you should have done half an hour ago. Not much use, are they? So you're going to learn something which will take you through to have lifelong skills and to be able to make profits for the rest of your life, because you're going to understand market movement. There's no indicators to tell you what to do. You're going to understand how the market moves. It's called price action, because price is pretty, it keeps repeating itself time after time after time. And if you can learn and understand, which you will do, how the market actually moves, you're going to make consistent profits from raw information, the actual market movement itself. The trade financials, they can be complex, but you don't need to be a maths guru to do that, because we provide you as part of the course software which you actually have live running on your trading account. And all you need to do is put one piece of information in and it works everything out for you. You also get to learn MetaTrader 4. Now, MetaTrader 4 is the main platform that people use to place trades and to be able to analyze the markets. Most traders in the world use MetaTrader 4. You're going to learn how to drive that just like your car. And also you're going to get those strategies to make you profitable. Now, and I said you need constant guidance. Well, boy, do we give constant guidance. You get a daily webinar, morning updates. How did we do yesterday? Analyze the markets. What's coming up today? You get an afternoon update at 1:30 in the afternoon. How did the morning do? What were those manual signals doing? Do we need to do anything? And you get constant guidance throughout the day. Now, then no other service provides this level of support, and you get that from 8:30 till 4 in the afternoon UK time. So you're going to get market analysis. You understand how the mind of a professional trader works. You get to listen to what we tell you, what we're looking for whenever any day starts or in the middle of the day, and you get constant guidance. Now, the manual trading signals. This presentation was done when we had standard manual signals, which were also very, very good, but we've added something very special to these manual trading signals, which has taken us to a totally new orbit, literally. But the manual signals are live for you, 8:30 every day till 9:30 in the night. You can use them to practice, first of all. You can get to know how to use those, but they also, if you're using a demo account, first of all, which you do to start to get to understand how to use MetaTrader, you can start placing trades and start to learn how to do it. So they're there for a number of reasons, but also they make incredible profits. The profits that we have made since we started have been fantastic, and I'll show you those results afterwards. Now, you can trade them for profit, of course, and a lot of our members are. Also, we provide regular trade narration. Again, constant guidance. Because we give regular trade narration, you know in depth how to trade them. If we keep narrating every single trade every day and what we're doing with them, you get to know them off by heart and you can do them yourself. Now, the training accounts. The company funds a 50K training account. Now, that account is owned by the company. You cannot make money from it. It is there for you to trade live money, real money, because once you have got used to using a demo account, then you need to start trading properly. And there's only one way to do it, when you actually see the numbers and that money is real. But also, we know you're going to make mistakes, and the company accept the liability up to 20% of losses. Now then, you're never going to get to 20% loss on your account. The way we do things, we are monitoring you all the time. We can see what you're doing on your accounts. And if we see that something is going wrong and everybody else is making a profit, we'll reach out to you and say, there's something you're missing. Now then, no other company will do this in the world. Nobody's going to give you a call and say, look, I can see there's a few problems here. Let's have a quiet one-to-one. And let's see what you're not understanding. We go to that level. Now, there are restrictions on an account. And the reason we do that is, first of all, we don't want you being able to place too much money, because if you do something inaccurate, all of a sudden 1,000, 2,000 pounds or dollars has disappeared in 20 minutes of trading. You've done something wrong. So it's throttled back. Okay, it's throttled back so that you can't make huge mistakes. You need to make mistakes, because if you don't make mistakes, you don't learn. The person that never makes mistakes doesn't do anything in life whatsoever. So we know you're going to do that. But that is the reason BizzCareer is so incredible in every single area. We have thought of everything that you need to be able to learn Forex, understand it, and grow properly. And this is one of the reasons why we do this. But when you make 10%, of course, then you are looking very good. We will guide you towards that 10%. So just to put it simply, as a member, when you buy the 5K package, you're going to be given at a certain period, we're going to wait, first of all, we're not going to give it to you immediately. You're going to go through the first number of modules so you know what you're doing. Again, we don't just throw something at you until you're ready for it. The company will fund that account and you'll be placing the trades, whether it's one of the strategies, whether it's the manual signals, and you will get results. And we will guide you to get the right results. Now, when you make 10%, you have to make a decision. You can either then choose the BizzCareer path and go up the ladder and to become a BizzCareer trader, or you can use those profits or jump off the ladder at any time. If you feel that you've gone far enough and you want to jump off the ladder and start earning good money, then you can jump off at any time and the company will provide you with an account. Now, as a BizzCareer trader, you're going to go through a certain step progress. It's like being in university. We're going to test you a number of times. But the thing is, each time you're assessed, you're going to be a better trader than you were on the previous exam, because the exam is the same. Imagine going into university and the exam you get in year 1, you get it in 2, 3, 4, 5, but we're giving you more powerful strategies to make that 10% quicker. Or you can use those profits. If you decide you don't want to go all the way up the ladder and you want to trade money and make profits, the company will fund a high leverage. Now there's no restrictions, a high leverage $5,000 account, and you can take 50% of the profits every single month. So it's totally flexible. The way that BizzCareer, I've designed BizzCareer because I was the person who designed it, was to make sure that everybody had total flexibility. If you wanted to take all of those stages and get to the top, fine, with the extra rewards. Or if you didn't want to, you can then jump off at any level and get company money and trade company money, but the company will obviously give you 50% of those profits. So really, whichever way you go, you're going to get profits. Now, if you decide to take the BizzCareer ladder, then once you've made the 10% on the 50K, you upgrade for 100K. But now, of course, you've done it once, you're going to do it a bit quicker because you're honing your skills on the manual signals maybe, or on the strategies. Then when you make 10% again, we give you 250,000. By now, you'll have mastered those strategies and probably you'll be adding manual signals as well because they just make such incredible profits. Up to $500,000. Now you're going to get closer mentoring from my team. And we're going to also give you some additional signals because now you have shown us, if you get to the $500,000 account, you're a really competent trader and we want you for the future. And then you get your final exam and you join the trading team. Now, if we look at a BizzCareer trader, we've even looked at how we can help you become the best you can possibly be. You're going to work in the head office in the UK. And what we're going to do is we're going to help you with a visa. We're going to help you with a work permit. And we have our own lawyer who is a specialist in this area. But you may not want to do that. Again, trying to think of everybody's needs. I don't want to leave my country. I don't want to uproot my family, maybe go to somewhere that the rest of my family doesn't speak that language, for instance. I'd like to work in my country. Well, we've sorted that for you as well. You don't have to uproot anything. We will set you up in your own office and you'll have the equipment to be able to trade. But look, I've got people all over the world on this Zoom call. It doesn't matter if you're in an office in your own country. It's just like being one of the team because you'll be on a Zoom call. We'll know what you're doing. You can ask the team questions. It's like being there with us. It's like us sitting in your little office with you somewhere in your country. So you have a choice. You can trade the manual trading signals. You can trade them if you want. And I say if you want because you'll understand what I mean now. The updates. Listen to what we're thinking about. How we analyze the markets for the morning, the afternoon, what we look for. And you can join those if you want twice a day. But what you need to do is the strategies, the 3 profit-making strategies. Now, when you learn them, they're designed for you to just spend a couple of minutes per day. Again, we've thought of everything. You can do the strategies around your existing job. because you only need to look at these at a certain time. In fact, 2 of them, out of the 3 strategies, you only need to look at them once a day. And that can be any time of the day. That's how flexible this is. Of course, you can mix and match. Yeah, just like going in a sweet shop. I don't want half a kilo of this. I'd like a bit of this, a bit of that, and a bit of that. You can do that. You can come on and look at the updates. Start to get an understanding sometimes of what we look for so that you get it into your head. Trade the manual signals. And as I say, there's something coming up in Istanbul that even Rihan Trihan, Gurpreet Dhaliwal and Rizwan Gohar don't even know about. And I'm not going to tell them until I stand on that stage. But it's going to knock this for 6, literally. Now, it is an amazing opportunity and it is only getting better. The company provides you the funds to trade. You're going to cover you the losses for when you are learning. But what you're going to learn, because there's no special indicators, because there's no things that you need to buy outside of the company, you're going to be able to use those to make profits for the rest of your life, because the strategies that you're going to be taught are strategies that you can use after the course. If you still want to stay with us after the course, we got a great package for you as well. But we only started in July. So next July, you will see that we've got something special for everybody who's been in and done the course for a year, because then you can get the extras like the manual signals and what we're adding as well. So you've always got us around. And you're going to get a world-class training program. The people who've been on it already here, if they are, I'm sure they've got some of their videos on. They will nod and say, you get an incredible training. You will know everything. You know, the competition have already tried to scupper some of our Zoom calls, believe it or not. That's how worried they are. And I actually take it as a compliment, because they are extremely worried, because they can see what we're doing. And now we've been running for a number of months. They can see the profits we're making. Well, they're even more worried because they're live. I haven't got to pretend those results are real. We've got everybody on BizzCareer as members seeing that those results were made, making those trades themselves. Now, the success strategy. You've got a world-class training program. You've got training accounts. Once you purchase the package, you never have to put your hand in your pocket again, because we provide you a training account. We provide you the training program. We provide you daily webinars every single weekday for the next year. And of course, you have a career plan as well. What we are going to do, there is one thing that you will be at the end of this training program, and that is you will be a top class trader with strategies that have been tested year after year after year, and they make great profits. So in summary, you're going to get the daily webinar. That covers one piece of the jigsaw. You're going to get constant guidance from us. You're going to get manual trades. So we're going to throw you a load of fish that you don't even have to catch yourself. The training, it's a world-class masterclass for you, and you're going to get funded accounts to teach you and get you profitable. And then you can either take the BizzCareer path all the way to the top, or if you jump off at any time, the company will then fund a high leverage, non-restriction account where you can trade for the company and you will take 50% of what you make. So how do people lose? How do 70, 80, 90%? And now brokers, of course, by law, have to say how many people have lost money. Every broker has to say how many people in their brokerage has lost money. And it's crazy. There's nothing under 75%, and a lot are in their 80s. Well, market makers drive market direction. Okay. The big boys have to make money. So how do they do it? It's very simple. They move the market in a certain direction. Now, retail traders, and these are the people that we're talking about, the millions, tens of millions of retail traders all over the world, they tend to follow the crowd. They tend to follow indicators. Well, indicators get you in too late, and they're designed to get you in too late, because the people at the top have to make their money. Financial providers suck you in. If the market is trending upwards, everybody places buys. Then when the money makers have sucked enough people in, they will take the market the opposite direction and take all your money, apart from about 15%. It's about 85-15. Now, how do they know how to do that? Well, they can see where the liquidity, where people have placed their trades. They know exactly where your stop losses is. They know exactly where your entries are. And they will have a volume calculation within their system that tells them at a certain amount of time to drive the markets the other way. How do they know how to do this? Well, they're all joined to something called the fix matrix. And the word fix is unbelievable because they fixed it for you to lose. There is a matrix that all the major institutions, liquidity providers have. It's streaming data. And once they've taken the market in a certain direction, they will drive it the opposite way because that's the only way they can make their money. Well, let's go back to the first slide. And this is a world's first. Do you remember the slide that said most people fail? Well, again, the goal is the same, to make money. But BizzCareer, a number of months ago, introduced the same data streaming. We are linked to a node on the matrix. How do we do that? Through my fund management. We're the only institutional company in the world to have this. It literally places Forex on turbo. And that is why we're making on our daily manual signals the profits we are, because we know exactly what is happening in the industry. We know when they've stopped pushing the market one way. We can see when they're pushing the market the other way. Everybody's placing buys. We are placing sells. And hey presto, the market tends to go down and win most of the time because we can see what they're doing in the matrix. The thing is, the result then changes. Success. And all of our members on BizzCareer are seeing tremendous success. So if you want to join, how would you do it? Well, you log into your BizzTrade account. If you don't have one, please talk to the person who referred you to this video. If you don't have a referrer, then email us at info@bizzcareer.net and we will provide you an appropriate person in the right area of the world. You purchase your BizzCareer package. You then receive a welcome email with your username and password. You log into bizzcareer.net and then we see you in there and you get guidance all the way. There's a compensation plan for those marketers out there. Now, just imagine having a service that is better than any other Forex service in the world. Results which are confirmed by a huge community of people. Those results are accurate, they are real, they happened, and we can prove every single one of them. Why? Because we have the history of the fix matrix results. But we've also provided an amazing compensation plan. It's the best compensation plan this company has ever given, including the coin. If you sell 10 packages, okay, so if we look at the first percentage that you get, if it's a 5K pack, then you'll get 500. So if you sell 10 of them, you're going to get 5,000 as your compensation. But the company's going to double it. We're going to give you one free to sell and you keep the 5,000, or you can join yourself. Well, I'd like to thank you for listening to this. I'm just going to very quickly show you the results that we've had since we started. Now then, it did go back a little bit. I've still got to add it. But here you will see all the trades, which strategy it was, and which market. Now, and you have to realize that these results are without strategy 2 and 3. This is just manual and strategy 1. And strategy 1 didn't start till 25th of August. So we've only been running strategy 1 for a short period of time. These are all the trades. Now, July and August are the worst months for trading because all the institutions, all the institution brokers, they're all on holidays for 8 weeks, spending all the millions that they made between January and June. So it's a very quiet market in July and August, so not a lot of volume. But in July, we made 687 pips. Now, if you make 50 pips a week, I think in 5 years, you take £1,000 account to £1 million. 50 pips a week. We made 87 pips, sorry, in 4 weeks. August, which is dead, we still made 342 pips. Now just remember that this was without strategy 1, without strategy 1, 2 and 3. We only just started strategy 2 the last week of August. And then September, well, the markets are back now. And you can see there's an awful lot more trades. 727 pips. Now, if we're looking for 200 pips a month, that's well over 200 pips a month. And October, again, still only with strategy 1 because everybody has only just learned strategy 2. We're at 170 pips. And if you heard me at the beginning of this presentation, just before we started, I said that this last week has been a nightmare for traders. And the previous week, there was only 1 day trading. So if you look in 6 days of trading, 5 of them were a nightmare for everybody. We're still up 170 pips for the month. Because the way this strategy works, it keeps you out of dangerous situations. Now then, I'm going to very, very quickly show you the matrix. Now, it's not working at the moment because, of course, the markets aren't running. So they stopped wherever they were on Friday night. But the way that this matrix works is that here you will have each of the currencies. It shows us on the matrix, it'll show us how many billion in the last 5 minutes and the last 10 minutes, okay? This volume here that you see, okay, was the last 5 minutes. There was only 1.7 billion. I know it sounds a lot, but that's nothing for Forex in 5 million. We've seen 40 billion every 5 minutes. And we watch the markets going up. It's just like a rev counter. When they push the markets up, this will go green, green, green. More boxes will go green to the top. What we're waiting for is green to stop and 1 red bar. That's where we get in. Now then, if that market is below a certain line, then what we're going to be doing, wherever everybody else is selling, we're going to buy and we take the market back up. Let me give you an example. No, you can see what it was like last week. It was quiet periods and then it just went mad. If I go back just a little bit to give you an example. Okay, what you have here is, where is it? I thought I had something just to show you by here. Okay, so what you've got here is you've got the British pound has gone down. Okay, this is the white line. Now, this isn't a currency pair. This is one currency. British pound has gone down. Now, when it goes down, we look up above to see which is the strongest market. And it's the red one, which is Swiss franc. Now, this shows you how simple it's going to be, okay? What you're going to do is when this market starts coming up and this market starts going down, you're going to be placing a trade. But the market's coming down, so everybody is selling. Look, here it is, down here, look. See this market up above? Everybody's selling. Everyone's selling. We do the opposite. Down at this position here, we buy and then the market goes up. The Swiss franc comes down. What you will find is that when you are running trades, you will see, and we only go in at a certain period of time. I was hoping to give you, I know why. Right. This is better. As an example, when the GBP has gone down here, the GBP will go back up. The Swiss will come down. So we will place a buy when everybody else is selling. Whenever a market hits a certain level, again, look at this here. GBP has come down. There's only one way that market's going to go, and the British pound is going to go up. And look here, here's the entry. Bang, up it went. 50 pips. Most people try to make that in a week, sorry. We just made it in one trade. So here, the GBP has gone the opposite direction. We wait for it to turn. It starts turning. We place a trade down. Another 20 odd pips here. So these are the manual trades. Now, they're not the main strategies because obviously we teach our people the main strategies, but it just gives you an idea of how powerful the systems that we have and the strategies that we have. Thank you very much, Terry, for allowing me to give the presentation to everybody. Junior, I hope you're happy with what you've seen. Good. Terry, would you like to finish off?
I would love to. And just before I do, to clarify something, Paul, you know, you mentioned the amount of pips, okay? Some people who are new and they might be novices, what would it mean in terms of profit for somebody if they were making that sort of pips a month?
Okay, so if you were putting £1 a pip, let's call it a point. Yeah, if you were putting £1 a point on a trade, you would have made £687 in July. You would have made 342 in August, and you would have made £727 in September. But that is just at £1 a point. You know, that there, if you look at that, you'd be having a couple of £1,000 account. You'd be making around 7% per month. And I think the bank rate's at 0.5, isn't it, at the moment?
Or negative, one or the other.
Yeah, or one or the other. So we're talking about significant profits every single month. And just remember, that's only with 30% of all the strategies. So this is going to escalate rather rapidly, because now we have strategy 2. And for the people who are on and saw strategy 2, then they know that those points are going to go up exponentially, because you make an awful lot of points with strategy 2.
Mate, thank you so much indeed. And we know we've only got one more presentation of this nature to go until you are on the stage in Turkey, in Istanbul, yes, to surprise the whole community with what you've got with BizzCareer. And mate, it's been absolutely amazing. I just want to quickly just ask if Rehan wants to mention something before we close this off for the evening, because I can see our CEO is still on the call.
Yes, he is. Rehan, would you like to say a final word?
Okay. I would imagine
he's gone to get a cup of tea, obviously.
He's gone for his cup. Mate, just let people know that it is the corporate webinar Wednesday night. You have me on Wednesday night, guys. Please join us. It is Bizzcoin presentation opportunity call. So please join us on Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock London time. And if you want to join BizzCareer, do so tonight. People can join if they have questions. Paul, where do they direct their questions to?
Okay, if they just send an email before they join, obviously, to info@bizzcareer.net, then we will answer any questions that they have. info@bizzcareer.net. All right, so see Frank on. We got another one of our students there. Hello, Frank. I'm Maha. Hey, hi, guys.
Yeah, and mate, they're all making significant income and making significant points, and it's going to get even better because you've only started on strategy 2 lately, and there's going to be 3 altogether. So that is great to see, guys. Get started, join BizzCareer, come and join the team. I know that Paul is live tomorrow morning, live at 8 o'clock in the morning, getting people moving. Is that right, Paul?
It's actually Tuesday, because USA have a bank holiday tomorrow.
Oh, right.
Veterans Day, maybe, Sam? Is it something like that? You're in the US, aren't you? I think it's Veterans Day, yeah. So tomorrow we're off, but Tuesday morning we're starting.
I'm glad we clarified that, mate.
Yeah, the thing is, when there's bank holidays, the volume is very small. So you may get a signal, and because there's no volume, it just doesn't go anywhere. Again, we're only looking for the low-hanging fruit and keep taking it all the time.
Wonderful, mate. As Hayden would say, BizzCareer, BizzCareer, BizzCareer.
Good night,
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Good night.
Bye.